Mindanao State University.
Yung OGP nyo, kasi yung position, yung position.
National Power Corporation, Corporate Safety Engineer.
What are your key tasks as a safety engineer in this company?
I'm involved on policy formulation, implementation, and planning on corporate safety affairs of the 122 power plants of the National Power Corporation.
What are your safety qualifications?
I am a duly accredited safety consultant.
How do you personally demonstrate your commitment to safety management?
How do you personally demonstrate your commitment? Can you elaborate on this? How do you personally demonstrate your commitment? How do you personally demonstrate your commitment to safety management?
Nagte-train ka.
It's a total devotion. If you value life, you value safety. It's a matter of management.
How would you evaluate the safety for a situation?
Yeah. It's part of the hazard identification. You have to identify hazards. We conduct job hazard analysis to make sure that the work environment is safe.
How do you create and enforce safety policies?
It's winning the hearts and minds of the people to get them get involved in safety. To require them to follow safety policies.
What factors do you consider when creating this policy?
We consider the standards. We will take the policies based on the existing occupational safety standards and the international standards. It depends on the principle of the client, the needs of the client.
How would you evaluate the safety needs?
How will you evaluate the safety needs of the corporation? We evaluate based on the risk assessment that we made on in every situation. We conduct a hierarchy of risk. Depends on the situation.
What are appropriate consequences for employees that violate safety policies? What do you violate?
In my own opinion, I terminate people. It's better to fire people. We don't compromise safety. If it's unsafe, it's unsafe. You better fire people kaysa magmumulto siya sa project mo. Yeah. So what we did, we based on the existing administrative policy, but we are very strict in terms of safety enforcement or safety policies.
Prevention is better than cure. What is your view on that?
Yes, of course. Because if you value life, you value safety and health. If you value safety and health, you know the consequence. The consequence is what? Accidents or illness.
So, experience now. What are your strengths?
I'm very aggressive in terms of implementation safety.
What are your weaknesses?
Sometimes I'm depressed with the management who is not committed on safety.
Ano sila sa ticket?
Yan, sometimes they consider it as expense. Sometimes, no, in our country, if you have the principal who is international, like Americans, Europeans, they are more safety committed rather than some Filipino and even some don't mention.
What have you learned from your past jobs that are related to safety engineering? Ano yung mga natutunan na hindi binigay sa school?
Well, it's the benchmarking on the best safety policies because we learn a lot in the actual real situations. We benchmark practices from different companies. So that's the best experience that I have, that learning that I have.
What were your accomplishments as a safety manager or engineer?
My biggest accomplishment is I attend zero upload. We have several years that attaining 10 million without upload time. And we come up with a 15 safety management system, which is one of the best model now in the Philippines.
What experience do you have with hazardous materials?
We use the hazardous materials management. We use the householder, hazardous operations and controls. All of these are one of the best experiences in hazardous management.
What is the most complicated safety situation that you have experienced and how did you handle it?
When management doesn't care for safety of the people. And what I did is I gave them the cost-benefit analysis. This is the investment on safety. This is the losses. If we will not invest on this, we will lose a lot. So I ask management, I convince management to invest in safety.
When was the last occasion you had to make an instant decision to prevent a dangerous situation from becoming a crisis?
I stopped the work and I stand for it. I stopped the operations of a certain company, and despite the disagreement by the owner, I stand for it. There's a presence of imminent danger. Stop the work. That's all.
Has there been a situation at home or within the workplace where you have observed a potential safety risk that no one else seemed to consider? If so, how did you rectify the situation?
Yeah. Example, in the road, in the expressway, the bus is overspeeding. What I did, I called immediately hotline of NLEX to entrap the bus. That's the best what I did. So immediately, somebody caught the police, caught the bus in front of the dangerous situation. So that's one way of leading the example in safety.
With awareness.
Yeah.
You are aware that your current workplace does not have the most modern or effective safety equipment available. Does this bother you and how do you handle this situation?
Pistachio.
No, I make the best. What's existing, we have to maximize. Example, if the owner doesn't want to buy this fall protection, so we have to devise some ways to prevent possible injuries. You don't want to buy the full body harness, they just want to buy the safety belt. So we have to devise some ways to minimize the risk of the employees. Thank you. Okay lang ba yun? Malalim ka masyado.